Most of you aren't subscribed. Make sure to subscribe, as it helps out the channel. Without further ado, cutting to Kane as he reads through the book handed down by the first king. He realizes that Yuya had specifically written the book in Japanese, knowing that only others like him can learn about his life. Apparently, Yuya had also been transported here, having been in a car accident, but unlike Kane, Yuya was transported here in his original body. Just then Kane hears some voices, quickly closing the book right as Silk and Tellus check up on him. Wondering why Kane is so focused, Silk reasons that Kane must be studying hard for the upcoming school entrance exam, prompting Kane to go with that excuse. When the girls begin fighting over who can study with Kane, Kane cries that he is quite busy at the moment, swiftly leaving stating that he needs some alone time. Having escaped Silk and Tellus, Kane notices Tijuana approaching, asking if Kane would like to put on a show tomorrow to show off their skills to the capital, but Kane refuses to offer, apologizing as he runs off. Having returned to his mansion, Kane announces that he's finally turned 12 years old, donning some new armor, and heading to register as a new adventurer. Upon entering the guild, Kane is excited, spotting various adventurers all hanging out, but stops himself before he runs into one. With a red-hair adventurer asking if he can help Kane with anything, Kane states that he's simply here to register as a new adventurer, prompting the red-hair adventurer to cheer Kane on, asking Kane to be careful only to head off. Believing that he's seen that red-haired adventurer somewhere before, Kane brushes the thought off, making his way to the receptionist desk. Greeted by the receptionist, Kane applies for the role of an adventurer, handed forms that he must fill out. As Kane works through the questions, Kane wonders if he should put down his Baron title, but reasons that the title shouldn't affect how he's treated. Collecting Kane's forms, the receptionist asks Kane to place a drop of blood on their guild device, allocating Kane the starting rank of F based on his mana capacity. Remembering that his two tutors, Millie and Nina, were D rank, Kane wonders what the girls are up to, thanking the receptionist Risha for all the help. As Risha wishes Kane best of luck on his future adventuring, the two are interrupted by some other adventurers, asking Risha to spend time with them, all whilst shooing away Kane. Knowing that he's been through this before, Kane nonchalantly dodges one of the adventurers' kicks, followed by evading another's punch. When the men feel like Kane's making fun of them, one of them begins to draw their blades, but before Kane can warn them, they all hear a voice. Having heard everything, the red-haired adventurers step in, demanding that the thug adventurers picking on Kane and Risha fight him instead, but the thugs clearly recognize the red-haired adventurer as Claude, running off as they don't want any trouble. With both Kane and Risha thanking Claude for scaring them off, Claude states that he was in fact helping those thugs, revealing that he knows Kane is quite strong, based on how he evaded the thugs' attacks. Sitting down to have a drink with Kane, Claude chugs some alcohol, giving Kane some fruit juice since he's still young. Asking about Kane's background, Claude is happy to hear that Kane has been training his body ever since he was a child, but when Kane mentions that he used to have tutors, Claude is reminded of someone, thinking nothing of it as he continues to enjoy his beverage with Kane. Claude reveals that he belongs to the Ice Flame Party, using fire magic with his sword all whilst his wife wields ice magic. Jealous to hear that Claude is able to adventure with his wife, Claude encourages Kane to form parties only with people he trusts, showing off his Golden Adventurer's card. Jumping from his seat to get a closer look, Kane is amazed to see Claude is already a rank, but Claude states he pales in comparison to Yuya, their first king, who was apparently triple S rank. Rambling on about how the triple S rank card is supposedly black, Claude is hit on the head by his wife, having been searching for him, mad that he's here drinking. When Claude tries to introduce his wife Lena to Kane, Lena simply gets more angry, as they were supposed to take on a quest together. Apologizing for keeping Claude to himself, Kane introduces himself to Lena, getting compliments on how polite and cute Kane is. With Lena asking Kane to be careful, she drags Claude out of the guild, heading to their quest, leaving Kane on his own. Heading to check out the quests for his G rank, he realizes they mainly involve boring cleaning and transportation quests, looking for other quests. Instead, Kane spots a goblin slaying quest, where the reward is based on the number of goblins slayed. Taking the quest and running out to slay some goblins, Kane notices Tijuana running over for a hug, learning that Tijuana and her army are training outside of the capital today. Upon telling Demon Tijuana that he'll be taking on his first quest as an adventurer, Tijuana offers to join Kane, dragging Kane along to his destination. With both Tijuana and Kane making it to a nearby forest, Tijuana is ecstatic, as she gets to spend time alone with her future husband. Knowing that they are wide open, Kane runs a search spell to locate nearby monsters, informing Tijuana that there are monsters up ahead. With both moving forward, they both notice a carriage broken down, spotting several goblins surrounding a helpless civilian. Both darting forward, Kane focuses on healing the civilians, all whilst Tijuana carves the goblins surrounding them, but more goblins begin to appear from the surrounding trees. Knowing that Tijuana may need some help, Kane casts a barrier spell around Tijuana, allowing her to instantly cut down all the weaker goblins, even striking down a bigger goblin with a single slash. Right as Tijuana finishes slaying all the goblins, several green lizards appear, prompting Kane to take over, asking Tijuana to get the civilian out of here, whilst he handles the creatures. Listening to Kane, Tijuana and the civilian are able to make it a good distance away, allowing Kane to unleash a powerful ice pillar spell. That evening, Nina and Millie visit the exact same location, expecting to slay green lizards from their quest, but instead there is a mysterious crater. Having returned to the guild, Kane reports that he ran into some green lizards whilst hunting goblins for his quests, shocking Risha, who notes that D ranks are able to take out single green lizards, but normally it takes a C rank to defeat multiple. Running to the chief, Risha states that she's found a boy that had single-handedly defeated 30 green lizards, asking Rada to bring the boy to him. Introducing himself as Cedric, who is taking over for the meantime as the guildmaster is speaking to a guest, Cedric demands to know where Kane got the material for the green lizards, accusing Kane of lying and stealing the material. When Kane tries to explain himself, Cedric states that he's never seen a G-rank commoner pull off such an absurd feat, revoking Kane's guild license immediately. Having made such a huge ruckus, the guild master enters, demanding to know what's got Cedric so fired up. Hearing Cedric explain the situation, the guild master laughs at Cedric's accusations, asking for his special guest to enter. Spotting Tijuana enter, Kane is shocked as Tijuana openly announces Kane as her husband, shocking everyone but the guildmaster. Apparently Tijuana was the guest giving the guildmaster advice on how to slay goblins and green lizards, based on her recent adventure with Kane. The guildmaster reveals to Cedric that Kane is in fact a baron, and is also the boy that saved the princess from the orc. Embarrassed, Kane apologizes for hiding all of this, as he only wanted to be treated normally and not have any special privileges due to his noble title. Just then, the guildmaster introduces himself as Tijuana's brother, surprising everyone, and instantly making Cedric apologize on his knees for his accusations. With Kane accepting Cedric's apology, the guildmaster states that Kane is clearly very strong, therefore he states that Kane will be promoted to C rank, but Tijuana states that Kane is stronger than herself. Interested to hear that, the guildmaster offers to promote Kane to A rank, but states that Kane must capture some bandits, along with completing some other quests. With Kane accepting, the guildmaster thanks Kane for being so nice, even to his stubborn sister. Zooming out, we see that the gods are watching over Kane, all knowing that Kane should get much stronger, as they allude to a formidable dark being named Aaron, all agreeing that Kane should train under a trustworthy person. Heading back to study with Tellus and Silk, Tijuana barges in on their study session, mentioning their forest date, which only gets Silk and Tellus jealous. Check out one of our other videos on the screen or in the info card above. Subscribe, like and comment.